und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. Ja, wir sind nach Houston gereist, wieder mal, um Sachen zu erledigen. Wie halt immer. Achso, das haben wir gleich fertig. Na, dann ist ja gut. Nicht nerven, ne? Achso, wir müssen ja noch zu diesem Gordon Gourmet. Haupt, ich kann selber entscheiden, was ich mache.
Tell me, are you the famous food expert?
Possibly. I do boast a certain renown in culinary circles. It cannot be denied. I see. CD's restaurant, you say? I do hate to see a good restaurant go undiscovered by the dining public.
So, will you help him out? I can take you right there.
Oh no. CD's restaurant? I'm afraid you will have to find someone else. I'm sorry.
I can't persuade you?
Impossible. This city is overflowing with restaurants crying out for the deft helping hand of Gordon Gourmet. I'm run ragged trying to keep up. And, well, you see... Right, my rule. I have an ironclad policy. I cannot help an establishment unless the owner approaches me directly.
You just made that up, didn't you? All right, can you do this for me? Just give me some advice now and I'll pass it along to the owner. You don't have to come to the restaurant at all.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, I'd hate to see a restaurant serving fried niblet hairballs go under. Except, if I give advice, I need to make sure that it is communicated accurately, with total precision. And that means my messenger has to understand the instructions perfectly.
Well, I guess that rules me out. I don't know the first thing about fine dining.
Oh, you don't have to be a top chef, or even a garde-manger. All you need is a discerning palate. Practically anyone can acquire one with a little training.
I'm not sure what you mean by a discerning palate, but I don't think I have one.
Trust me when I say it can be found. In fact, a tour of the best establishments of the Glutton's Quarters should do.
Okay. Ach so. Ja, stimmt. Wir müssen jetzt bei jedem was essen. Also bei den ganzen Vierteln was essen. Und ja, es ist natürlich geldaufwendig, ne? Wir werden natürlich das billigste essen, ist ja klar. Denn, ganz ehrlich, mein Geld ist mir zu gut, zu lieb, zu teuer dafür. Ach so, doch, ich wollte gerade sagen, ich muss nicht bezahlen, doch, ich muss.
From the elegant simplicity of straight spirits on the rocks to complex and fruity concoctions with little umbrellas.
Kannst du mal aufhören zu klatschen? Das nervt.
Cocktails can be served, chilled or warm, shaken or stirred. Everyone has their own preferences. We encourage customers
Der nervt da drüben, echt.
to create the perfect cocktail to accompany their evening.
Du nervst.
Step right up. Get the best meat and kebabs in Houston. Our meat is shipped directly from the wildlands. We use only natural ingredients, none of that synthetic stuff. Grilling and roasting are the best. The key is knowing how to seal in the juices and flavors. And we do that better than anyone else.
Ach, ich habe den wichtigsten vergessen. Bevor ich den wieder vergesse, gehe ich gleich dahin. Denn meistens vergesse ich den. Ich gucke immer nur dort. Aber den hier vorne vergesse ich immer.
Welcome. We have a popular... Our customers come here to put down their shopping bags and rest their weary feet. Our cakes and sweets are the perfect pick-me-up for just about everyone. We put a lot of love into our cakes, and that's what makes them so good. They're like treats for your palate and soul.
You're gonna be a real food connoisseur by the time this is over. You just have 3 more restaurants left to visit.
Allerdings Magen müsste eigentlich schon platzen, ey. War ich jetzt bei dem schon?
Every one of our fish is...
Nee, ich glaube nicht, ne?
We get our seafood fresh every morning. Comes straight out of the ocean. Tastes great raw or grilled.
A chef is even more important when preparing uncooked dishes. The way you slice a tuna makes all the difference in the world.
Was ich sagen wollte, zeigt die Uhr eigentlich die richtige Zeit an? Das würde mich mal interessieren. Also der Stab.
Restaurants of the Glutton's Quarter.
You don't know who Gordon
Come enjoy the help. Even kids who hate greens love my veggie dishes. Vitamins in vegetables are determined by their color. You want a wide variety for a well-balanced diet.
Okay, jetzt fehlt mir wieder eins. Aber ich weiß gar nicht
Almost
welches.
there, Light. You have one more restaurant left to visit.
Ja, ich weiß aber nicht welches das ist. Das hier hatte ich. Und das da hatte ich. Oh, ich weiß nicht, welches mir noch fehlt. Das hier, das ist ein Krämer.
Defenses are tight around here. The first thing you'll need to do is break through the security net surrounding the Augur's Quarter.
Müsste hier nicht jemand sein? Oder muss ich bei dem Typen noch essen? Ne? Nee, oder? Muss ich bei dir noch essen?
Found Gordon Gourmet and you told him about my restaurant? Why, thank you.
Nee, bei dem soll ich nicht essen. Jetzt fehlt mir wieder eins. Ach so. Ja, na klar. Wo der ist, der Typ. Ich muss niesen. Muss gleich niesen. Oder auch nicht. Keine Ahnung. So. Ich muss ja hier oben mit dem Typen noch. Bei dem muss ich auch essen. Ja. Snow speziell. Spezial. Also ich glaube, das Ding zeigt die richtige Zeit an. Das finde ich cool.
One must always anticipate the needs of your patrons. I am constantly assessing the dining space from the viewpoint of my customers. The comfort, the decor. Our customers want more than just a meal. They come for the memories they can savor for years to come.
Okay, dann hätten wir jetzt alle.
You visited all the best restaurants.
Well, how goes the culinary tour?
I did what you suggested. I visited the top restaurants in the neighborhood.
That is excellent news. So now let me give you the advice I promised. If CD's restaurant wants to turn its business around... wait, let me ask you something first. You've eaten at CD's and at the best establishments in Yusnon. Why don't you tell me what you think is the main difference between the two? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. In your own words, of course.
Why? Is this some kind of test?
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, what did all the successful restaurants have in common that poor old CD's lacks?
Let me see. Everyone I spoke to was helpful. They seemed honest and open. I don't think they were lying to me, but something seemed off.
Oh, would you care to elaborate?
Well, it almost felt like they were hiding something from the customers. But it wasn't as if they were deliberately lying or trying to deceive anyone. In fact, I don't think they realized it themselves. They thought they were telling me everything they knew. Yes, that's it. It was unconscious, like an instinct. They were hiding something, but they weren't doing it deliberately at all. I'd say the very best chefs, restaurant managers, and bartenders all share some kind of secret. It's like a special ingredient that makes their food stand out from the others.
What a wonderful deduction. You have hit the nail on the head. To think you discovered this answer only after visiting a few establishments. It is as you say, the best, most successful restaurants have a certain je ne sais quoi, a secret something that makes their offerings unique. And finding that something, that is what I do best. In other words, if the restaurant does not already have a special something, then I simply cannot help it.
Then what about CD's? Do you think you can help him?
I can tell you this, the chef there already knows his secret. The talent is there to make that restaurant a success. Unfortunately for him, the secret spice that gives his dishes flair is extremely rare. He cannot secure supplies, and that is why he struggles. Let me be specific. Once upon a time, CD's recipes all featured the spice commonly known as civet musk. But then supplies dried up and the restaurant fell into a long decline.
You seem to know a lot about CD's.
Well, a long time ago, let's just say we have a close history and leave it at that.
Fine by me. All I need to know is that if I can find this spice, the restaurant should start bringing in customers.
Yes, exactly. The problem is the spice is not easy to find. In fact, the only way to acquire it would be to defeat certain monsters. Such a shame. All for want of a single spice, his restaurant is failing. He has the recipe for success. He just needs the final ingredient.
Tja, so ein Zufall, dass wir das schon haben.
Ha! I'd recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found civet musk. Thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. CD's is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of CD's, for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to CD's together with the civet musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen. Not ever again. However, that doesn't stop me from wishing him and CD's the very best. Please tell him that whatever happens, I'll be praying for his success.
Boah, Leute, ey. Die ganze Folge geht jetzt nur mit einer Mission. Das ist vielleicht eine 3-Sterne-Mission, aber ey, oh, die labern so viel.
Great minds hope. We've both been thinking that maybe this son of his went on to become a famous food expert.
And that's why
Gordon Gourmet created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this civet musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordon Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait. This handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordon Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost son.
He is? And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish, just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to CD's and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
And there it is, finished at last. Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway. Wow, this might be the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you. Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordon Gourmet.
Also Leute, ich werde jetzt mal versuchen, 20 Minuten lang aufzunehmen, denn, also, mich nervt das auch ein bisschen. Ich probiere das jetzt mal so, diese Folge, nächste Folge und vielleicht noch übernächste Folge. Ich hoffe, es wird nicht asynchron. Wenn doch, dann tut es mir leid, aber ist es ein Versuch. Nur ein Versuch. Weil ich habe, mich nervt es auch jedes Mal nach 15 Minuten schon wieder aufzuhören, weil, keine Ahnung, das Spiel frisst so viel Zeit irgendwie. Deswegen probiere ich es jetzt einfach mal und mal schauen. Ich habe ja eh nicht viel zu sagen, also.
Oh, do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at CD's insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then... Oh yes, a perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight, a theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? What do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. The cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of Seedy's restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordon Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what Seedy's restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back. So the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes.
Now let's get to it, shall we? Together. We'll make Seedy's a success again!
Yay, endlich geschafft. Huhu. Und jetzt haben wir noch 2 Minuten. Oh Gott. Einfach fast 20 Minuten damit verbracht.
Want me to pick you up some takeout?
You know what I'd prefer over that? If sometime you made me one of your specialty dishes.
I haven't spent much time in kitchens, but if you want something off a campfire grill,
Hey.
maybe I could rustle something up. I was never as good a cook as Sarah, but I have been told that I grill a pretty mean behemoth steak.
Oh, ich habe noch was vergessen da vorne, fällt mir gerade ein. Wir müssen ja noch diese Flötentöne da holen. Ich weiß nicht, was das sind. Und da fehlt mir noch eins. Also ich finde, wegrennen ist eine gute Möglichkeit. Aber wie geil sieht das denn bitte schon aus? Das ist so cool. Okay, jetzt haben wir alle. Dann können wir jetzt auch zu den kleinen Jungen und die Mission noch abhaken. Obwohl, der labert ja auch wieder eine ganze Weile, ne? Ja. Mal schauen. Ich hoffe mal wirklich, dass es nicht alles asynchron ist. Wir können ja die Viecher noch mal kurz bekämpfen und dann beende ich auch schon die Folge.
Your time is over. You're so eager to die.
So, das war's. Und ja, damit beende ich dann jetzt auch die Folge. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten. Und ja, bis dahin.